If you play any poker online, you've probably noticed things are, well, they're changing. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest shifts in a long time, the boom of private, club-based poker apps. We're going to figure out what this means for the future of the game we all love.
So let me just ask you straight up. Are you getting a little worn out, from that endless grind on the big traditional poker sites? The long hours playing against screen names you'll never see again? That feeling you're just another cog in a giant machine?
Well, here's the thought. What if the problem isn't your game? And what if it isn't even poker itself? What if the real issue is simply where you're playing? That's the big idea we're digging into today.
To really get why this whole shift is happening, we first have to talk about the problems it's trying to fix. So let's kick things off with the stuff that drives us all crazy on those old-school online poker sites.
You know the drill, right? You log onto a massive site and you're just dropped into this ocean of anonymous strangers. That means the game quality is a total crapshoot. Worse, that anonymity is a breeding ground for bots and, yeah, even fraud. And on top of all that, you're stuck with these rigid, one-size-fits-all rules. It just completely kills that fun, community vibe of a real home game.
This little comparison really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The old way is all about anonymous players, strict rules, and worrying about bots. Private apps completely flip the script. We're talking trusted players, games you can actually customize, top-notch security, and an experience that's all about the community. It's a totally different mindset.
So how do we fix all these headaches? Well, say hello to the private poker app. Let's really break down what these things are and why they're becoming the go-to spot for so many serious players out there.
So, at its heart, a private poker app is basically an exclusive digital club. Think of it like a VIP room for your poker game, Only people who get approved can even get in the door. And once you're inside, the club, the players, they decide everything. The games, the rules, the stakes. It really puts the power right back where it belongs, with the players.
And here's the real magic, okay? It's how these three things work together. With controlled access, you actually know who you're playing against. That right there slashes the risk of bots and shady stuff. Then you've got customizable tables, so the game is exactly how your group wants it. And it's all built around a community, which makes it way more social, way more strategic, and honestly, just a much safer place to play.
Now, in this new world of private apps, there's one name that just keeps popping up over and over again as the one to beat. So let's get into why ClubGG is so often seen as the leader of the pack.
Look, ClubGG's success is no accident. It's really built on 4 super strong pillars, and we're going to walk through each one of them right now.
First up is just how easy it is to use. The interface is so clean and simple. You're not wrestling with clunky menus or a screen that's just a mess of buttons. This is huge because it means beginners can hop in and not feel lost, and the pros can get to the action they want fast. It just works. Second, it's not just about dealing cards, it's about the entire experience. We're talking awesome features like being able to play multiple tables without a hitch and letting clubs cook up their own unique game modes and tournaments. It stops being just an app and becomes this entire poker ecosystem. All right, pillar number 3. And for any serious player, this is the big one, security. I'm talking end-to-end encryption for all your data and transactions, plus some really smart systems that are constantly sniffing out bots and fraud. It all comes down to guaranteeing a fair game, which, let's be honest, is the foundation of real poker.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. When you're playing for real stakes, knowing the platform is locked down tight isn't just a nice little feature, it's everything. It lets you focus 100% on your strategy instead of having that little voice in the back of your head worrying if the game is legit.
And finally, we've got the social glue that holds it all together. The clubs on here aren't just lists of players, they're actual, active communities. You've got people sharing strategies, breaking down hands, and climbing up leaderboards together. It creates this sense of friendship and healthy competition you just can't find on those giant, faceless sites.
Okay, so you get the what and you get the why. Now for the fun part, the how. Let's switch gears and talk about some real actionable tips to help you not just play on a platform like ClubGG, but to actually win and get the most out of it. This is your roadmap right here. First and foremost, bankroll management. Seriously, you can spread your risk by playing in a few different clubs, but you have to set a budget and you have to stick to it. Next, work on your game. Analyze your hand histories. Go back, find your mistakes, and patch up those leaks in your strategy. Then, get smart and time your play. These clubs have peak hours where the games get softer. Find them. If you're going to multi-table, don't go crazy. Start with just 2 or 3 tables and really track the player tendencies before you add more.
And last but not least, use the promotions. These clubs want you to play, so they offer bonuses and special events. Taking advantage of those is just free money for your bottom line.
So as we wrap this up, it kind of leaves us with this one big question to chew on. With their whole focus on trust, community, and making the game your own, are these private clubs basically becoming the new version of the classic kitchen table home game? It's a massive shift to think about, and it might just be where poker is headed next.